Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Cousins on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go play action. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Cousins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Oh, the return is Irvin. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a first and 10 at their own 23. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. A gain of 6 there on first. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 17-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
I remember when Al Lazard came out of Iowa State, many questioned his speed and wondered if he could separate from defenders downfield. He got pressed into action in the middle of last year due to injury for Green Bay and wound up 2nd on the team in receiving yards as he developed and got better each and every week. Remember that Monday night game against the Bears, partner? A late touchdown and a big comeback victory.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
It makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me,
and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We got plenty of weather here today. We got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 33 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
CC violation.
No doubt.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Abdullah, the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 28.
And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Cousins pass.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's Cousins. Open man, once again it's Thielen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. play fake. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Again, it's Cousins. Dancing to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
For the Viking field goal, a 49-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Vikings 3.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He shakes him off. Looking deep for Adams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon, as we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had to halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rodgers. Funches has it complete. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funches. 65 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Holding offense.
Hey, baby, this ain't...
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's incomplete.
Cousins pass.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, not bad. Number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
44-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, Dick 26.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, Brandon, I don't think they're making any secret of what they want to do right now. They want to control the clock, keep the ball away from the other team. You just wonder, did they start to shut it down a little bit too early? I think what they're counting on, though, if they continue to move the ball and get significant gains, their energy will stay high, and they won't go into hiding too quickly.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Back now at Lambeau, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Now Abdullah, the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Quickly to Thielen here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Minnesota.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
Down Vikings.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This one brought in by Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Cousins again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tajay Sharp there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
It's coming this way, Here we go.
They'll throw again. Cousins, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. So would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They give it off here to the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.